All right. Welcome back to another video. Uh in this one, I got a couple of things I wanna mention. Oh, I guess you guys can fully see the mic now. I mean, hey, this is this is as good as it was really gonna get for me. I could have like propped it up like this, but I personally just wanted to keep it a little close, a little up and personal. Uh so since my last video, I got accepted to McMaster. Um, I got accepted to Math and Stats Gateway with a bridge for computer science, and I was pretty excited after I had dealt with like a bunch of like illnesses that I had going on at that time, and I couldn't really take any Advil or anything because I was on some dental medication. Long story. Long story short, we're better now. We don't really have to worry about that. Today, I had a pretty slow morning. I'll be honest. I was up, I think around 10, which is really late for me. Usually, I'm up like around 6, 5. That's usually where my mornings lie in, and those are generally nicer, even in the winters. It's still night out. You feel like you got like a head start on your day, and other than that, since summer's coming up soon, it'll just be more of the same. But 10's really late. It's March break, so I'm gonna use that as my excuse for today. But it was a slow morning. I got my food in, and I've been feeling really sore these past couple days, just because I'd been hitting the gym for like 4 or 5 hours, just because I'd get bored. So I'd go, I'd hit the gym, and then I'd start doing some boxing. And right here, especially, like right around, I don't know if I can get it, like for right around the elbow area, um, and my wrists and knuckles. I'm using boxing gloves, but it just starts to kill, especially when you're going in there and you're punching, and it's just, even if it's like I'll keep it as straight as possible, but especially if since I'm fairly new, if I'm going in for a hook and I don't aim it properly, then it travels up straight to the elbow, and it's just not fun. But it doesn't hurt like crazy, and I just needed a rest a day or two. So I think I'll just, like, I've spent the past couple hours resting, and I think I want to go again. Something I kind of discovered today was I recorded a little voice memo on this, and it was essentially that there are individuals who tell themselves that as long as they have access to the internet, that school is relatively useless to them, at least like proper proper education, like government education. They say that I have access to like their phone, and that their phone could make them a millionaire. They can learn anything whenever they want to. And the one, oh no, here my cat comes. He's gonna shake the goddamn table. By the way, YouTube, don't mind that. Those are plastic guns. They're not real. Okay, I don't know what my cat's doing, but we're just gonna move on. So, and he's back. Okay. So they say that because they can learn everything, that regular schooling isn't important to them. They don't have, they shouldn't give energy to something that they're really never going to use again in their life. Like learning how to do first and second derivatives, they don't see a use for that. And to a certain extent, I can agree with that like line of reasoning, especially if you don't want to go on to pursue higher education. There's no point. But what I've found over at least like the everyone at my age has spent years in education if you haven't dropped out at this point. But what I found being like I'll say just for fun, a connoisseur of education, even though it's not that serious, that school as it's been given to us now, although there are better methods or more rigorous ways of education, the Canadian education, at the very least, teaches you how to learn. It's not about what you are learning, although you do choose to a certain extent what you can learn. It's about learning how to learn, and that's something one of my favorite math teachers taught me, and I think I wanted to spread the message a little bit. So, with that, those individuals who say that they can't learn anything, and so there's no point in continuing modern, regular, day-to-day education, you find that 9 times out of 10, they don't even go to the extent to pick an interest or to pursue any type of meaningful learning with the computer or the laptop that they have, with the technology that they put in such high standards. So to say that you have something that you can learn anything you want at any moment in time, but to never pursue is meaningless. And so not only have you blocked yourself off from the opportunity of regular education, but you haven't even taught yourself how to learn properly. And with that, it kind of led me on to delve into it a little bit more, to think about it a little bit more. And I found that when you have a generation, and I wouldn't say I'm included in this particular population of people, but I still am in the same generation of people who think this way. You end up with a demographic of people who care solely to satisfy their needs now. And how that comes about is that if you find no reason to pursue education to help yourself in the future, then the only thing you can really do is figure out how to satisfy the needs of now, whether that be your needs, the needs of others, just your workplace. You can really only worry about right now. And right now is the only place where you can live. But then referring to the most recent crisis in history, COVID, we saw how bad these governments handled that, horribly. And although we finally sort of kind of got back into modern or as regular society as we can get, now we realize that when we don't dedicate or we don't have enough resources to take care of the future, then when you get something that needed preparation, that needed people who knew what they were doing and who could help or assist in solving problems that required time and required effort, or even a history of dealing with major issues that impact the world globally, then you're just stuck. And the crisis doesn't go away. The people don't feel resolved or at ease. It's just you have professionals who should have dealt with this or should have been capable of putting the people at ease or slowly taking away at that problem. No, that problem just keeps getting worse, and then you have the people worrying more, and the people who worry more cause more of a fuss, which makes more of a problem, and it's just a circle of progress that should be made towards the issue, but it's not. And that's something I just wanted to share, that although we have, and thank God, I'm pursuing a career in software development and in technology and innovation as we know it. I'm pursuing that type of field, and I want to get out some type of message to whoever may see this, that although we have this available to us, it really, as great as it is, we still have to care for the systems that have been put in place for us now, because we have to continue to prepare for the future, to be able to innovate and move up this evolution ladder that we somehow put in place, because who knows what. And yeah, that was really, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there are a whole lot of counter arguments to everything that I just said, and feel free to pop one of those down in the comments, and I'll think about it, maybe have a rebuttal to it. But for now, that was really all I wanted to share. I just want to say, I mean, I got I scratched my nose a little bit, but this lighting really does me wonders. I mean, like, I'm enjoying it. It's awesome. But by the way, these like, I've been using some what's it called? Some teeth whiteners or something. I mean, really giving me that smile we've been looking for. But that's besides the point. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of record one more as a little update. I'm still waiting on admission offers from other universities that I applied to. I'm one out of 8 at this point. So, but hey, 1 is better than 0, and I will definitely take that one to the bank. So yeah, it's such a cliche way of ending a video. I've heard that a little bit too many times at this point. I don't know if I want to get deep. We're 12 minutes in, and I want to... fuck it. What's the point? All right, we're going to recline the chair for this one, because it's about to get serious. Okay. So, with that, by the way, I'm not sure if I think I had it in the other video. I don't know if I uploaded it, but new haircut, by the way. One problem I recently been having is my religion. And my religion in competition with something that it's a problem to many other kids my age. I'm 17, and it's women. Okay. And I say this with the utmost seriousness. I have been raised in Western society, and with that, it should be in me. It should be in me regularly to not like adapt, but like to take away from Western society. And I find that for the bulk of my life, I've found it normal to just to linger, really, with these girls, to play around. And what I'm finding now is that it does not help at all. At all. And I am trying to fight this problem. It is a certain girl. For the most part, the problem has gone away. But I'm trying to become more of a solemn man with my religion. And it is so hard with social media and the constant ability to communicate with this person. And I no longer seek to look for a relationship. I'm no longer in that. I'm simply just, I boiled my life down to pursuing my career, pursuing my religion, and pursuing training. And I have gotten my life down to that for the most part, but with small lingering remains of the possibility, and it's that possibility where that dopamine and where that happiness resides. So I am trying to move forward with my life, and I know that eventually I will. Eventually I'm going to move on to university, and I won't have to deal with these individuals anymore. And I'll maybe have like a new pot of like some type of religious religious enlightenment or woman that will add to my life in a positive manner. But for now, they have not. And it's a problem because not only am I trying to fight it, but subconsciously I'm also finding that I am the problem. Because it's like watering weeds and expecting them to go away. That's a perfect sum up to this. And so I want this problem to go away, but I am not letting it go away. And I find that I want to say that I'm too kind to rip it out of the ground, because there is a history. And the time that I've put in, I do not want to burn. So if this person finds themselves watching this, I'm sure you know who you are. And I never really get the time to communicate with you in ways that I would like, but there really is no better way than this right now. And so, damn, I don't want to make this just a message to them, because this video is 17 minutes long, and it's surely more than just this. They're a great person. They are a great individual. And I wish them the best in life, as they have done really nothing negatively towards me. I find that me worrying for no reason is the cause of what these problems are for me. And for the most part, I don't think about them. It is the off chance when you have a moment to slow down, especially during March break, and you get to reflect. And I truly wish that as my life goes on, if there's no plan, I pray for this. When I pray for my friends and for those who will positively impact my life in ways that I do not know, as only God knows. And I pray that for those friends who will positively impact me to stay close to me, and for those who won't, to simply move on with their lives. I pray for that. I pray for those friends who stay close to me to be healthy, wealthy, and happy. And that's how I remember it. And if you are one of those that are going to stay close to me, then by all means, I don't know. Only God knows. And it's sad. The reason why I can't just burn this down, I can't just let it go and walk away and do something completely, like I can't just leave it alone, that this part of me is going to talk, is because points in my life that I had been so low, such a low point in my life where I had only sought for some type of pleasure. I was trying to fill a hole in myself, in my character, with these women, and I knew that. But I felt that if I just filled it with some person, then maybe my life would be a little bit better. And I know that it won't be until I'm ready, until I'm fully prepared for this. And the thing is that I had helped this person. I had been by their side in the hopes of one day there would be a chance. That it's always one of these. One day, the one day thing. I'm gonna stand up for this because it needs it really. Hope I can still stay in frame while I talk. Yeah, there's no chance. It's okay. I'll sit down on the bed. So I had hoped that one day there would have been, just like a sliver of thought in this person's mind that maybe Shadi could be something more than just a friend. And they didn't see that. And I don't go searching for other women. And I know that eventually one day when I'm ready, when God sees that I'm ready, then he will send me something beautiful. And I don't know when that day is going to come, but it will. And the hardest part in my mind, the hardest part to fathom is that day may never come. And even if it does, it's not going to be who right now I wanted it to be. So that's why it's hard to rip it out the ground, because when you put in the time to what you thought grow something beautiful and the other person doesn't see it that way, you feel betrayed. You ask yourself and you doubt yourself. Why? Why would I do this to myself if I could have foreseen some type of outcome like this? But that's life. And I won't say I'm hiding it behind some type of smile. I'm getting to a place where I won't have to worry about them anymore. And I know that in the back of my mind, at least for now, I'm going to want this person, but they're not going to want me. May slander their name because out of spite, out of anger. Although I don't want to let my emotions control me when it comes to something like this meaningful to me, it's extremely hard to fight that battle. But you try, you try the best that you can. And in the end, it really isn't your fault. You can work on yourself. You can continue to be better. And that is what I strive to do. I continue to train. I continue to become mentally the most sharp person, the sharpest version of myself, to continue to be great friends to those around me. And I haven't completely betrayed this person. I still communicate with them to this day. The hardest thing for me to swallow is if, while I still know this person, that they find themselves with another person, and I know of that. At that point in time, I will have to rip it out the ground. Because that will be betrayal of the highest level to my character. And that is something I simply will not tolerate or extend to those around me. And that's the truth. And I think that in that person's mind, it can be justified. And in my mind, it can be. And I can live with my life knowing that that is how it ended. So be it. It's just a shame. It's a shame. Because I'm the type of person who will think 7 steps ahead and try and explain to those around me why I think this could be a positive positive way forward for both parties. Wow. I've never spoken like on camera about this, and I don't know if they'll watch this. I don't think so, but I don't even think anyone will get this far in the video. But I'm glad I recorded this for myself because I think it's Wednesday or Thursday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. And I'm slowly getting back after this break, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great because this will be off my mind and in some vault on YouTube. Thank you if you've watched or came this far. And if you're that person, thank you for extending some type of happiness to my life for when we were friends. I'm sorry that things may go the way they go, but I wish you the best in life. So, thank you for all that have came this far with me, and I will continue to upload to this YouTube channel to provide some type of lesson, some type of fact, or information that may positively impact your life. And I wish you all the very best and a happy March break for those who may enjoy it. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you guys in the next episode.